Alright, this is the first edition of Gary Gas Station Gus's Gas Station Stop, and I promise to have the most brutal, violent, egomaniacal, crazy sons of a bitches you've ever seen on the face of this planet on this show. And I do not hold back. Since this is the first episode, I have the craziest, possibly the most psychotic man to ever walk the face of the earth today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Max.
Yeah. This goes closely to the Samoan Dragon. Now you're a big shot, man, like the Staten Island baller has said. But let me tell you something. As I told you once, I told you again. The true test of a man's ability is not just to sign that contract. The true test of a man's ability is not to wrestle in Florida or some other hick town. The true test of a man's ability is when they signed you to a contract so you could appear in Madison Square Garden, the capital of the world, New York City, for baseball, for football, for wrestling, for every sport you can think of. And then the truest test of a man's ability is when you meet me in that steel cage.
Oh, wait, calm down.
It's hard to calm down.
I gotta ask you a serious question here. Alright. How do you feel about the fact that Sean left us because he feels he's too much of a superstar now?
That's not the
He
reason.
had to go to the big time in Florida and do what his calling is, what his dream, to follow his family. How do you feel about that he up and left us, especially you, after everything you showed him?
No, the reason why he really left us, because he couldn't take it no more. He didn't have the ability to fight against me, to fight against you, to fight against the big money, against Skulls, Pyro, Diablo, everybody who was here. He couldn't take us no more. That's why he took off and gave the balloon bullshit that he had to go to Florida to have his calling, because we weren't good enough anymore. But the truth of the fact is, he couldn't handle us no more. We defeated him time and time again. That's why he took off. That's why he's a punk. That's why he'll always be a punk.
Alright, well, I guess he figured that he couldn't take the limelight here. He would never capture the spotlight here. Not with you, not with me, not with Troy, not with anybody.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he couldn't do it. He knew it. So he had to tuck his tail in between his legs and run away like a little pussy. Like a little pussy, right?
He tucked his little dick between his legs.
Yeah.
And then he ran away.
Yeah.
You know, that little piece of, from his girlfriend, the little piece of shit, he calls a dick.
Yeah,
and he had to run
exactly.
Away, understand? This, like, he can stay with his uncle. He can stay with those people out there, but he ain't never going to reach the top unless he comes back here. See?
You know what, enough about
the top is here.
Yeah, well, we all know that, obviously.
Not in Florida.
Yeah, he went to the hick town where he can't get nowhere, and he's better than all these chump friggin' indie wrestlers. You know, he's better than them, but he can never be better than us. That's why he had to go there.
That's true.
But
he's mid-level. That's real to me.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let him go do what he's got to do. And you know what? We won't worry about him. We'll press on and continue our great lives.
No, but it pisses me off that he opens up his mouth and he ain't come here to say to our face. He goes to Florida. Come here and say to our face again. Yeah, you know, but he's already 1,000 miles away. Yeah. You understand?
And when he calls me on my cell phone like he just did moments ago to shoot promos.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But he has to do it from thousands of miles away, but he can't do it in our face.
That's right. Because he's a punk.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I respect his ability in the ring.
Yes, he's great.
But don't use us as a stepping stone saying he's better than us. Yeah. Then he goes up to Florida and wrestles these midgets. Yep. He wrestles, they pull people off the street who are alcoholics, drug addicts, and they throw him in the ring against them.
I know.
And then he beats them, of course, and then he thinks he's king of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You know?
Well, enough about him. What I would like to know is, how have you been? What have you been up to since, I mean, unfortunately, SCW hasn't been running very well. You know, we haven't had any shows recently for a while. So how are you holding up?
That makes me so sad. I'm sorry. I don't have to get emotional like that. I apologize.
Yeah, well, be a man.
Okay.
Keep your emotions
I've been in the gym.
I know you haven't eaten meat for a long time.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that could be bringing out the fag in you, but you're getting back into the meat now.
I know.
So
the
the emotions are going to be flowing. The testosterone. You're becoming a man again.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Well, first of all, if I was a homosexual, I would admit it, but I'm not.
All right.
Don't use the word fag. You must be politically correct. I'm only kidding. I don't believe in that bullshit. Use any word you want. Understand? Wop, chink, any word you want. That makes no difference to me because we're all the same. We're all going to go to the same place, 6 foot under. No matter what we are. I don't give a shit.
That's a good point.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's why you're Mad Max. You know all. You see all.
Hey, my life is in the ring. You understand? They say, Max, when are you going to retire? I tell them, when they carry my dead ass out of the ring. Unlike Ric Flair, retires. No, when I'm really retired, I'm going to die in the ring.
You don't want to die like Ric Flair?
No.
Either in the ring or on top of a wild woman? You don't want to die like that? You'd rather just in the ring and fuck the wild woman.
Let me tell you something. He can't get no wild woman. I don't think he can do it anymore.
Oh, well.
Not even my Viagra going to help that mother.
Oh, he's a crazy old son of a bitch.
He tries to compare himself to me, and that pisses me off. Because that's right, because you know he can't compare himself to me. There's only one man, Max.
You're the legend.
And he's sitting right here.
You're the icon. You are the last standing SCW champion.
Tell him!
We've had our rivalry over the years, but I must admit it.
Yeah, tell him, come on.
Hey, that's all. That's enough. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Well, let me
You're going to get that much.
Let me compliment you. You understand?
Yeah.
Even though you young, you're still learning, all right? But you are the up-and-coming young man in this business. You understand? You are going to hold the title for a long time. You're going to get that crown. You're going to get that brass ring. You understand? You're going to have that belt around your waist for a long time. That's going to take a real man to defeat you.
A real man.
A real man to
So I guess I won't be going to Florida to face Sean Deruta.
Because there ain't no real man out there.
I'll take care of him in moments.
Sean, I'm sorry, but you went out to Florida and you tell everybody how great you are. The only reason you went out there because you were not man enough to handle myself, the brawler, or anybody else in the Staten Island Wrestling Federation. That's why you went out there.
He knew it was getting too close. He kept pinning TJ Fury over and over and over. And he knew it was about time, he was going to lose sooner or later, so he hightailed it and ran to Florida because he didn't want to let him go over.
You know how many times he fought Tom Montana?
Yeah.
Because he's Tom, sorry, but you suck. All right? That's why he kept fighting him and beating him all the time. You understand?
Yep.
All right? He don't want to face none of us anymore, you know?
He ran.
He ran like a scared dog. I'm sorry, man, but that's what you are. I respect you, but you're a scared dog.
Oh, Max, it was great having you on the first installment.
Wait a second, I'm not finished.
No, listen, we only have a certain amount of time.
I don't give a...
Listen, you're a great inspiration.
Are you actually cutting me off? You're cutting off the man.
All right, you gotta calm down.
What are you, crazy? Nobody cuts off the man.
Calm down.
What?
Calm down. It's just one little show. First show.
You're pissing me off, boy.
Listen. I don't want to piss you off.
Don't cut off the man.
I don't want to piss you off.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, please. All right. Max, it was good having you here. It was good having you here. I appreciate it.
Don't ever cut off me.
You're a great man.
Don't ever cut me off again.
You're a great man. We respect you.
I want to see more.
Well, we don't have that much time left on the show.
Who gives a shit? I'll pay for the extra time.
The producers do.
I'll take the money out of my pocket, man.
Listen,
I'll take the money out of my pocket.
Ambulance is
I don't pay for the time.
The ambulance
you son of a bitch. You called me all the way here from my house to do this promo, and then you cut me off.
The ambulance is here.
Where's my medication? Where's my medication?
They're gonna give it to you. They're gonna give it to you. They're gonna give it to you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You sure?
It's okay.
My heart. I'm only kidding. I'm built like a fucking bulldog.
See what you did, Sean? See what you did, Sean? Sean, you see what you did, Sean? See what you did, Sean? You like it, Sean? You had to have it. You had it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go. It's a great first episode. We'll be back with more on Gary Gas Station. Gus's Stop. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Merry Christmas to everybody. To all a lousy night.
Good night.